Hello, hello, ladies. Happy Monday. I hope you're all having a great day, even though it's Monday. And I hope you all had a good weekend. I just wanted to come on here today and talk a little bit about Facebook and how to get your posts seen on Facebook. This can seem like a little bit of a daunting task sometimes, and I know for me, sometimes I feel like nobody's watching on my in my VIP group. So I've been learning a little bit about Facebook algorithms and how they work, and I thought I would share that with you. So basically, Facebook algorithms are a system that, and it's all computerized, but it's a system that Facebook has in place to determine whether your posts are worth pushing into people's news feeds, whether your posts are worth being shown in people's notifications. So there's a few ways that you can help boost your algorithms in Facebook. The first one is to do between 3 and 5 posts a day, every day, in your VIP group. There's a lot of clutter on Facebook. A lot of people have a lot of notifications. If you're doing 3 to 5 posts a day, that seems to be the sort of sweet spot where Facebook will think, okay, she's fairly active in her group. That might be something that people are going to be interested in. Another thing is you also want to be posting on your personal profile. And I just learned about this recently because I do a lot of posting on my VIP group, but I don't do a lot of posting on my personal page. And what I've discovered is that when I post on my personal page, the people who are commenting on the posts there, and they're also in my VIP group, well, my posts in my VIP group are now getting pushed into their feed because they go, oh, wow, they comment a lot on Victoria Frolof's posts on Facebook. They must like her, so we're going to give them notifications about her group as well, if they're in the group. 2.3 seconds is what you have to grab someone's attention. They have the attention span of a goldfish. That's what Katie Barnett says. If you ever have a chance to check out on YouTube Katie Barnett's trainings, she's Executive Vice President Sales Leader with Norwex. She's hilarious. She cracks me up. So yeah, the attention span of a goldfish. So if you don't catch people's attention in 2.3 seconds, you're going to lose them. So you want to, if you're doing posts, you want to have, hey Chrissy, if you're doing posts, you usually want to have a graphic with it. If you're posting a whole bunch of just writing, people aren't going to read it. Same thing when you're doing your posts with pictures. If you have this much writing and this much picture, people are going to look at the picture, decide if they think the writing is worth the read. Probably they're not going to read it. So you want to keep your words short and sweet and to the point, so that people will actually read your posts. When you go live on Facebook, same thing. People have the attention span of a goldfish. So if you sit there and you go, I'm going to wait for people to pop on. How's everybody doing? And you can just see how people are getting bored and going, yeah, you got nothing for me. Like I have a friend and I love her to death and she does Facebook Lives and she'll spend the first 3 minutes waiting for people to hop on. You've lost me at that point. I don't have the extra 3 minutes in my day to watch you going, I'm gonna wait for people. So I start my lives, and when I start them, I start them. If people want to go back and see what I started with at the beginning, they're more than welcome to do that. And 3 minutes at least seems to be the sweet spot for lives. If your live videos are less than 3 minutes, Facebook is going to deem that you don't really have enough to say to make it worth pushing into people's news feeds. So you want to make sure that your live videos, I do pop on occasion and I have this, super fast trick that I want to show people about Norwex. So they aren't always, I don't always stick to that rule, but I do find that when my videos are 3 minutes or longer, they do tend to get pushed into people's feeds. That being said, if you do hour-long videos every second day, Facebook is going to deem that you are too long and they'll stop pushing them into people's feeds, mostly because people are not going to watch an hour-long live on a very regular basis. What else here? I'm just looking at my notes. Another thing that's good in our VIP groups is that you want to create your brand. So Norwex, anyone can sell Norwex. Lots of people sell Norwex. And you didn't know that? Yeah, I know. I'm learning a lot about Facebook and how it works. And because there are times when like people just, I don't think, see my posts. And there's reasons for that. And I've had days where, you know, I was sick or something happened and I didn't post regularly for a couple of days, and I noticed a drop in my participation in my group. So you want to offer value in your VIP group as well. You don't just want to be selling in your group. You actually want to brand yourself. So if you want your friends and family to buy Norwex from you instead of from their neighbor who's offering a special today, you have to connect with them on a personal level. So this is going to sound a little bit weird, but the majority of your posts should not be about Norwex. I learned that from Lori Irvin. She does about 5 posts a day, and only 2 of them are about Stella and Dot. 2, maybe 3, unless she's running like a big sale or a promo or something. But most of it is about branding herself. So what do you want people to know about you? Like, people in my VIP group would probably notice that I'm a cat lover. So some people might connect with me on that. You want to talk about your kids. You want to talk about your hobbies. You want to talk about, you know, a fun fact that you saw on Facebook today. And yes, you're going to want to share some Norwex stuff as well. But you want to connect with people on a much more personal level than just selling them stuff. And that's what's going to keep them coming back to your group, keep them checking your posts. Contests are a great idea. And if you're going to be running any kind of event in your VIP group that you really want people to see, you want to get them commenting, because the more people comment on your posts and the more people are active in your group, the more that's going to get pushed into the news feeds of everyone in the group. So I often will run I haven't done it in a while actually. The last one didn't go very well. But I have done the 1 to 100 games. So people have to count from 1 to 100 in order. Nobody can say the same number twice, or we start back at 0. But you can't comment twice in a row. So my last one ran for 5 days and I had to shut it down. I actually had a couple of people leave the group because they were so irritated by it. But I can really attribute that to 2 people. I have 2 people in my group who are very Facebook not good. And they would not refresh their pages. And so, you know, someone would comment 98 and then this other person would comment 33. And I'm like, what? What are you doing? But anyway, the point of that is it's a great way to get people commenting on your group, commenting within the group, because then if you want to run a sale, say the next day, that's going to be Norwex. Yeah, it's funny, eh? Facebook will have deemed that, wow, that girl gets a lot of comments in her group, and we're going to send all kinds of notifications to people's news feeds because that seems to be a happening group. So where people were maybe not getting notifications from your group before, now they are. Now you're doing a sale and that's going to their news feed. So that's the whole point of doing that. And one last thing I wanted to mention, 2 last things actually. I'm just reading over my notes. When you're inviting people to your group, you want to, as much as possible, send them the link to join. If you are inviting, just hitting the invite button, click, 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 invite, 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 and you're not telling people that you're inviting them, a couple of things happens. One is that they don't even know what the group's about. And so many people are invited to so many groups these days. Facebook is full of clutter. They're not going to probably even respond to that because they don't even know what the group is. And what happens is if you have your VIP group and you have, say, 60 people that have been invited and none of them have responded, Facebook algorithms are going to kick in and go, wow, there's actually 60 people who don't really want to be in that group. And they'll deem that you're not a priority, that you're not a happening group, that you're not, somewhere that people really are eager to join. So they'll bump you to the bottom of the algorithm list, which is not what you want. Don't be discouraged though, because people are watching. I've had people who have not commented on a single post, not liked a single post, and have come out of the woodwork and gone, wow, I've been watching you for a year. I love your posts, and here's a big fat order. So you never know who's watching. And yeah, just be consistent. If you post 3 to 5 times a day consistently, people will start to notice. You can do contests, grow your group contests. You offer a giveaway if people invite their friends to your group. That's a great way to grow your group. But again, make sure that the people who are inviting people are sending them the link and not just clicking the invite button. You can click the invite button too, but send them the link as well so that they know what it is, explain to them what it is. And one last little thing is I just wanted to talk a little bit about what we can and can't post on our personal profiles. This kind of goes off in a different direction a little bit, but I think it's worth noting that we can only post Norwex sales and Norwex general information on our personal profiles. So you can't post contests on your personal profile. You can't post your own sales. Say you decide to have an Earth Day sale and you're going to offer people 15% off of EnviroCloths. You can't do that on your own personal profile. That has to be done only in your private VIP groups. And you can't post your link either to your VIP group. You can send that privately to people, but you can't splash it out on your Facebook profile and say, hey, come join my VIP group. That could get you in trouble from Norwex, and from what I'm hearing, they're cracking down on that a little bit lately, so just stuff to think about. So that's all I got for today. That's just a little lesson about Facebook algorithms, how they work, and how to get your posts noticed. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to add, please feel free to do so, and I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.